Hi, my name is Emily Trujak. I'm a junior and I'm studying biology pre-med in the Honors Tutorial College. And this summer I worked in Mainz, Germany. I worked in a cancer but also an immunology lab, so it was really cool for me because we worked in a clinic, so almost every day we would get fresh blood samples and I could isolate immune cells and also work with the cancer cells we had growing. We were using melanoma, and you have to work with them together to get a good idea of the body. I actually was able to form a collaboration with our chemistry department to synthesize some nanoparticles. It sounds really scary, but they're just like these small compounds to carry drugs in ways that you can target to certain aspects of the body you normally couldn't, because the drugs might degrade too easy or they might be toxic in a certain part. So I would test for toxicology, how well the cells would proliferate, if that changed the actual property of the cell, and also how well they would survive. So that was most of what my research was on.
I'm Addie Cruz. I'm a chemistry major in the Honors Tutorial College, and this summer in Germany I researched carbon nanotubes as a semiconductor for vertical transistors. So transistors are very important parts of electronics. So it will mean that we can have smaller electronics, anything from cell phones to, chip implants. So for example, flexible watches, better smartwatches that are like not just a piece of glass that's on your wrist, or adhesive chips for your arm. That's one that we bring up a lot is medical uses. So you could have some sort of electronic system on a piece of adhesive that you can just put on somebody's arm and it can monitor things for you, like heartbeat or something like that.
So I would normally work 9 to 5, but that also leaves a lot of room for activities, and I definitely did not work on the weekends. So I had never been to Europe before, so I really wanted to see a lot of Germany because I was living there the whole summer. And since I also was working during the week, it just made more sense to do some type of like domestic travel. So I definitely on the weekends I would go backpacking. I've been to Munich, Berlin, Heidelberg. I always was in Frankfurt because it was only like 20 minutes away by train, so I did a lot of stuff in Frankfurt. I went to a conference in Marburg. I also went to Switzerland for a weekend and went to like Lucerne, Zurich. Went to Amsterdam with my best friend.
Everything in Germany is so much closer and more accessible. Public transit was great for that. So I went to a good 10 cities just like for fun. Climbed a mountain, that was fun. I definitely had to like branch out of my comfort zone a couple times, ask questions and just advocate for myself a little more, which is always a good thing. It made me a little bit more social because you have to be more social when you don't know anybody. And as a researcher, it's given me a lot of guidance, and I've learned a lot of techniques that I wouldn't have learned had I not gone. The lab itself is just really big. Just the nature of German labs, they're bigger than American labs, so I made friends with a lot of graduate students that I can then reach out to later when I'm applying to grad school or looking for other opportunities.
I would say doing a domestic internship might be easier for you per se because you don't really leave the bubble that you live in, especially with lab experience. It's going to be definitely more challenging to work abroad, but I think it's definitely more rewarding.
The big thing that I heard from people this summer is just like, oh, I didn't deserve this award. Like, I have no idea how I got this award. I'm not that amazing. It's just, you can be that amazing. You're a little bit more amazing than you give yourself credit for, and there's no harm in applying. Especially for one that is an application as easy as this. It's literally, you just have to apply. You can't get it if you don't apply.
Applying for a nationally competitive award is a prestigious opportunity, but you need to remember that even though people say, oh my God, really? Or they kind of look at you like you wouldn't get it, you just have to remember, if I don't try, at least I tried it. You have to have faith in yourself as a student. Even if you don't get it, you'd still put yourself out there, which is better than most people. You kind of have to put things on hold in the US when you go abroad for such a long time, but your relationships still stay for all, like, everyone that really matters. So it was just a really great experience, and I couldn't have done it without the emotional support, but also the financial support and the professional guidance I got at OU.